What's up, gang? Happy Friday afternoon. I wanted to jump on and talk about a very controversial topic right now at the beginning of the year, and that is protein and potentially where you source it. My name is Amanda Nybert. I'm a registered dietitian with a passion for health and wellness, and I want to help you reach your health and wellness goals in 2020. So the title of this video is, I don't care if you're vegan, I don't care if you're a carnivore, protein is still important. And there's a lot of debate this time of year about what nutritional approach is the healthiest, what's the best for you, what should we incorporate. Last year, I feel like keto was really the big one that we were talking about. Everyone was really interested in trying out that type of nutritional plan. This year, it's all about going vegan, that's for sure, because people love to take nutritional advice from documentaries on Netflix, that's for sure. So my inbox has been flooded with questions about, Amanda, should I go vegan? Amanda, I want to be vegan. Amanda, I want to be plant-based. Amanda, all of these things kind of around this very important topic. And here's the bottom line, guys. I don't care what you eat, okay? Protein is important. And I can guarantee you, if you jump into a vegan lifestyle, you're going to struggle to get your protein in. It's just how it is, okay? Even well-established healthy vegans struggle to get their protein in. It is the biggest issue with that type of dietary approach. So I just want to kind of go over with you why I think, I want you to realize why protein is so important. And then I'm going to give you some tips on, if you want to be vegan, how to get that protein in. So hang out. Definitely want to get to the end so you get those tips. So here's the deal. Protein is such an important macronutrient for the body. Protein is actually the only macronutrient that we don't have readily available adequate stores of. Therefore, protein must be consumed on a daily basis, okay? And that's super important. My leaners know, what am I always saying every night? You gotta get that protein in, gotta hit that protein. It's one of the things that we really focus on when we look at macronutrients because of its importance. And here's the deal. I do feel like that sometimes when I talk about protein and its importance, people misrepresent that as the fact that I'm promoting a high protein diet. No, I'm not. I'm promoting a protein adequate diet, okay? And if you can't hit that adequate amount, it's an issue. It's an issue for how you feel. It's an issue for your hunger levels. It's an issue for your body's ability to burn stored fat. It's an issue for your body's ability to build muscle. So you're basically doing all of these things, but if you're not focused on this one macronutrient, you're missing the boat, okay? So protein is super important for a ton of reasons. And I would love, if you have questions right now about protein, put them in the comments so I can see them. But here's the deal. So protein, number one, fills you up and keeps you full, okay? Proteins and fats fill you up and keep you full, all right? I love to use this visual. I use this visual a lot in my, when I worked in the clinical setting. I always say, think about putting a cracker, a chip, a cookie, pretzel in your mouth and suck on it. What happens? It just melts away, right? Now think about putting a piece of chicken, steak, pork, broccoli, asparagus in your mouth and suck on it. What happens? Nothing. You can suck on broccoli for a week, all right? There's you have to chew those foods. You have to swallow those foods. Those foods create volume, bulk and volume in your stomach, therefore filling you up. There's a reason why you can eat a sleeve of crackers. You can eat a bag of chips. You can eat 4 bowls of cereal and still be hungry. By the time that food hits your stomach, it's gone. There's nothing there filling you up. There's nothing there keeping you full. So protein gives you that full feeling. It really helps satisfy your hunger. So it fills you up, it keeps you full. The other reason why it keeps you full is because it takes so much longer to digest. That's a good thing. Think about it. When you get up in the morning and you eat a bagel, let's say you eat a bagel at 9:30. What are you by 10:30? starving. Give me a thumbs up, a heart, if you agree. You eat a bagel at 9:30, you're starving at 10:30. Now, think about getting up in the morning and eating eggs and bacon and avocado and even maybe some toast and biscuits. You eat at 9:30, that kind of stuff, and you're still stuffed by 1, okay? Because you got that protein and fat that's filling you up, that's keeping you full. So there's a lot to be said about protein, hunger, fullness, and staying satisfied. It's important. You need good sources of protein at every meal. Number 2, I don't know, it could be number 3, number 4. We talked a lot about that in that segment. But it's important for muscle building, okay? So we know that the more muscle you have, the better your metabolic rate is. That is the key. I've been really preaching that to my clients over the last couple of weeks. I'm really into these body scans and bod pods and in-body readings because I really think it gives you a big picture of what your needs are. I had a client that was like 125 pounds, which is super light, trying to lose weight. Like her goal is for the scale to move, and we get on, an in-body or the bod pod, and her percent body fat is way high. And it's like, your goal is not weight loss. Your goal needs to be fat loss and muscle building. So without adequate protein, you can't build muscle. So that's important. So you want to make sure that you consume enough protein to maintain your current stores, and then you consume enough protein to continue to build stores. And the thing about protein is people are confused about what that number looks like. I always say when I'm doing like my free nutrition workshops, which are so valuable. I always say, does the number 60 to 80 grams of protein sound high? And usually they're like, yeah, Amanda, that sounds high. And in reality, like when we're working with a kidney compromised client who does need to be conscious, of their protein intake, that low protein diet is 40 to 60 grams. It's like the bare minimum we can give them to still sustain healthy muscle and tissue, but not overload the kidneys. So when we're talking about you need 60, 80 grams of protein, that's a very conservative number, okay? And I always tell my clients, I'm like, if you can't hit that bare minimum, that's an issue. That's what you need to focus on. So it's super important for muscle development. There's a huge myth that used to be around that excess protein is bad for your bones. And in reality, that's not even true. Protein is important for bone health. There's a huge myth out there that excess protein is bad on healthy kidneys. That's a myth too. Now, is protein bad on compromised kidneys? Like if you have diabetes and that's leading to kidney failure, yeah, protein's an issue. Sorry, you have to monitor your protein intake. But if you've got healthy kidneys and you're drinking plenty of water and you're eating a well-balanced diet, I'm not saying eat all the protein in the world, but excess protein is not going to overload a healthy kidney. That's another myth. Here's the big kicker that a lot of people don't realize, that as you get older, your protein needs increase, okay? And this is relatively kind of new stuff coming out with regards to this issue we see in older women, men, and it's called sarcopenia. So one of the biggest issues with aging is sarcopenia, and that is the loss of muscle mass. And we recognize that potentially one thing that could be contributing to this issue is the fact that the body doesn't utilize protein as efficiently when you're 50, 60, 70, 80, as it did when you were 20 or 30. So when you're 20 or 30, you may be able to get by with 60 grams of protein because your body's super efficient. It utilizes that without any issue. But when you get older, your body doesn't utilize, is not as efficient. So therefore, 60 grams of protein may not be enough for you. So that's something to consider as you get older in order to prevent muscle loss. That should be Primary goal number one as we age is to maintain that muscle mass, which is, good, healthy, balanced diet with some good, healthy activity, that's for sure. So some signs that maybe you're not getting enough protein would be increased swelling, significant mood changes, hair, nail, and skin health, that starts to decline. Weakness, fatigue, increased hunger are all signs of kind of protein deficiency. So with that being said, talking about all the benefits of protein, let's address this notion of, Amanda, should I go vegan? Amanda, should I go plant-based? And here is my response to that, okay? My response is, should you go vegan? No, okay? That's not step number one, all right? Because I will tell you, you will struggle. You will struggle with what to eat and to make it healthy, okay? I meet vegans all the time, and I'm like, are you a healthy vegan or are you an unhealthy vegan? And what I mean by that is, if you're a vegan that's living a plant-based lifestyle, like most of your food is plants, veggies, beans, nuts, seeds, the earth, you're good, okay? You're good. But if you're a plant-based, if you're a vegan that's living on processed carbohydrates and sugar, you're not good. You're going to be in bad shape. So my suggestion before you make that significant leap is to first focus on adding more vegetables. That's what it's all about. That's the benefit. It's not really necessarily about taking the animal protein away. The benefit is the fact that you're eating more plants, okay? So start there. Consider eating less animal protein. And when you do eat animal protein, choose quality protein. That's the issue. It's not necessarily the cow. It's where the cow was raised and how the cow was raised. That's the issue. But before you get rid of it all, use less, add more plants. If you struggle to find food options that incorporate more plants and plant-based options, then you need to take it slow. And you got to explore that before you take away all the animal protein, because just taking away the animal protein can set yourself up for other issues. Okay. Again, how are you going to get your protein in? So start there. One of the suggestions I made is like, hey, make lunch vegan and then eat some good animal protein at dinner. Like that's a great switch. Okay. You don't have to go all or nothing. Then once you start to get to the hang of, where you're going to get your protein, then you'll have a better idea about it. For example, that documentary on Netflix was sponsored by a plant-based protein powder, okay? So if you're, a vegan and you're looking to get protein, most likely you're going to have to supplement with a plant-based protein powder, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but don't think that you're going to be able to get it all from, your food choices, things like that. But I will say one of my favorite vegan, plant-based protein sources is hemp seeds, hemp hearts. I love all things hemp, Hemp seeds, hemp hearts. Look at these bad boys. They are 10 grams of protein per 3 tablespoons. Look at that. They've got 12 grams of omega fats. They are low carb, 1 carb. So this is definitely going to need to be a huge staple in your house as you transition to a more plant-based diet. That's what I live. Okay. My lifestyle is a plant-based diet. I want to eat tons of plants. I ordered purple carrot because they were all vegan meals, and then I added quality protein to it. Okay. So focus on incorporating tons of veggies into your diet, and then find the ways to fill in the gap with adequate protein, because regardless of what your dietary preferences are, whether you're vegan or whether you're a carnivore, that protein is important. Let me know what questions you have in the comments below. Hello 2020. We are heading into a new decade. We are heading into a new year. I'm feeling invigorated and ready to go, and I hope you are doing the same too. If you need help understanding the nutritional landscape as it is right now, if you're confused with sorting through all that information, I want to help you. Check out the link below and see what kind of services you can tap into. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, share this with your friends and family. For sure, 100% use that share button. I know there's something in this video that they're going to be able to take away and utilize in their own lifestyle. Talk to you soon.